It is going to be difficult, definitely not easy. They've been playing white ball cricket for 2 months and different conditions, hot, sultry conditions, 40 degrees, where the pitches have been slow. But then you're moving to England where it's the early part of summer. So summer is not setting. So there's going to be a lot of movement, no doubt about it. In fact, 2 days back, Dinesh had put a picture on Twitter, like there is a lot of grass in the pitch. So yes, it is going to pose challenges, but I think we have the resources. People like Rohit Sharma did very well in England. Virat is coming to this match with a lot of form. Rahane has been in good form. I am sure he's going to play, and Pujara has been a rock for us. It's not going to be easy because there's going to be a lot more movement. White ball is hardly any movement, maximum 2 overs, but here it's going to move for 2-3 hours. You have much better fast bowlers coming in bowling. We'll have to leave a lot more balls, but I think we have the experience to do it. We have played well in England before. In fact, last time we played only won a test match. So I think a lot of aspects are favouring us, and I think we should be able to adapt very well to these conditions. It is difficult, no? It is very, very difficult. You think T20 cricket, you've been playing for a long time, and then suddenly you move to red ball cricket. That too, like you said, different geographical location in England, where summer is just setting in. Here it's peak summer. It's 40-42 degrees. It's been hot. White ball doesn't move around. Then you go to a comparatively cold place compared to India, I'm saying, and then you're going to play bowlers like Stark, Cummins, and maybe Nesser. So it is going to pose a lot of challenges. I think luckily we have 1 week of solid preparation in England, so batters will be able to get some kind of action in where they're going to leave a lot of balls and at least get into that mindset. But I think in present day cricket, people are very much willing to adapt to it. That's how the present day game is going. T20 is taken over. A lot of people want to watch T20 action. At the same time, Test cricket also is very important. World Test Championship finals, at the Oval. So yes, I think more than anything, the players have to adapt. The modern day game demands that, and people like Rohit Sharma, he done very well in England last time. People like Virat Kohli has played in England. He knows what to do there, and Rahane has done very well before there. So I think we have the resources. Pujara has played county cricket. He's been doing amazingly well there. In fact, Steve Smith has suffered, but Pujara has done great there. So I think looking at things, I think everything is going towards India, and I really hope they do well. But it is going to be a challenge. In 1 week time, they have to adapt completely different. I think more than Pujara, Rohit Sharma, I think people like Shubman Gill and maybe Ishan Kishan, they may find it a little difficult because they have not played in England as much as maybe a Pujara, Rohit or Rahane have done. So there are challenges, but I think we have the resources to overcome it. I definitely think Labuschagne and Smith with the bat. I think if we are able to get them out early, it will be very difficult for Australia to come back, because I think a lot of times Labuschagne and Smith have rescued them in tough conditions, and it is going to be a little tough in Oval. Like I said, it's early summer. Usually when they play a test match in the Oval, it's maybe the 4th or 5th test match you play in August, September, where it's beautiful to bat on. It's peak England summer time, and Oval's a good batting pitch, but now we are playing in early June where there is going to be a lot of movement. So that's where somebody like Smith, Labuschagne, India's point of view, if Shami can knock them over early, I think it's going to be game on. But on Australia's perspective, these two are going to play a very, very important role for them, and Mitchell Stark and Pat Cummins. So I think these four form a very, very vital clock for them. If India are able to get these two out early and not give Stark and Cummins wickets, I think India should be able to wrap this. I think if Jasprit Bumrah was there, I would say India had a slightly upper hand, but at present I think both are pretty equal. Why I say equal is the only reason a lot of Australian people are fresh. They've not played much white ball cricket. They've been focusing more on red ball cricket, which with regard to Pat Cummins didn't play the IPL, Mitchell Stark didn't play the IPL, Marnus Labuschagne didn't play the IPL, Steve Smith didn't play the IPL. So you have 4 top people who are just focusing on red ball cricket. But there is also a flip side too. They've not played much cricket for a long time. So yes, it is 50-50, but I think India against Australia off late have done much better. They have been dominating Australia in Australia, so that will give them a lot of confidence. And I think this present Indian team they don't care where they play. And I think one very, very good thing that they do is they take the pitch out of the equation. A lot of times before you think a lot of the conditions, and that's why you lose the plot. But this present Indian team, especially before under Virat, and I think Rohit has taken over really well, they don't worry too much about what they have in hand. They just focus on the job. So I think this is a very fearless and good side, and I believe that they have the resources to beat Australia. But having said that, these four people play a very, very important role. If you are able to get them out quickly, like I said, Smith and Labuschagne, I think we have a great chance to win the World Test Championship. Good question. I think if it was a 3 or 5 test series, I would have started off with KS Bharat because he's done the hard yards. He's kept very well in domestic cricket for a long period of time. He's done well in the India A series, and he's really earned a call to the Indian team. He did reasonably well against the Australian team at home. But just being a one-off test, I'll be tempted to go with Ishan Kishan because maybe if he can do something like what Rishabh Pant did at number 6, when the team is down, if he can come and add the X factor and get a quick 60-70, I think that can shift the momentum towards India. So just for that sake, I would like to go to Ishan, and Ishan has been in good form in red ball cricket. He got a double 100 for India against Bangladesh in one-day cricket. Everybody know what he's capable of, and if he can play the way he has been, it's not going to be easy, by the way. Like we said, in England, early June, the ball is going to nip around, but Rishabh played beautifully in away conditions, a similar kind of game. So because of that, being a one-off test match, I would like to take the gamble and go with Ishan. I think he's done well in test cricket before. I can never forget the Galatta test where he played beautifully against Australia, the same Australian team where we chased 300 plus to win a game there, and everybody knows about the potential he has, no two ways about it, and he will do well. This is just a one-off match, so he has the game, he has the caliber to do it, and like I said, it's not going to be easy. Test cricket is always a different ball game, and yes, we spoke about coming into test cricket after playing 2 months of white ball cricket. He's still early in the international scene, so it will be really interesting to see how he is able to adjust to formats. A lot of the other people who spoke about, they have done it for a longer period of time. For Australia, maybe a Steve Smith or a Warner. For India, maybe a Rohit and a Pujara, Rahane, they've done it. So Shubman Gill is still new in his career with regard to red ball cricket. So with regard to potential, with regard to temperament, with regard to him scoring big runs, we know he's capable of that, and I really hope he does it in this test match, because in England the start is very, very important. I think as an opener, the toughest place to play is in England, and as an opener, if you can get a team off to a good start in England, it makes life a lot easier for the middle order batsmen. But at the same time, if you're going to lose 2-3 wickets early on, it's going to be very, very difficult. So Shubman Gill has a very, very important role to play with Rohit Sharma, and if he's able to do that, I think India will have a great chance because like I said, Rohit will play freely. KL Rahul is not there. He did very well against England last time. So Shubman Gill can fill the shoes. He played that 5th test. He got a little early. He started off quite well, but he has the caliber, and at present he's going through a purple patch. It doesn't matter whether it's white ball or red ball. His confidence is going to be sky high, and he knows this stage, if he conquers, it will be very, very good for him. It will help, I think, vastly, because Puji has been a great player for India at number 3, and I feel number 3 is a very, very important position. We just spoke about openers, how important they are in England. Number 3, Rahul Dravid has done it for years. He's enjoyed batting in England. Pujara also has done it. He did well in Australia. I think a main reason why India won the Border Gavaskar Trophy in Australia twice is because of Pujara's contribution. So will he be able to do it in England? I'm sure he will. He's had a great series, county series, and I'm very, very glad he went that, and he didn't waste his time sitting out in some IPL franchise. He's been a legend for Indian cricket, especially in red ball cricket, and I think if India has to do well, he will step up. I think he has the game, and he's got a lot of runs behind him coming into the tournament. Like I said, it's a one-off test match. We can't judge, but I think against Australia, if this is against England, it will be a different ball game. But because against Australia, he's done very well against Stark, Cummins, and whoever the third seamer is going to be. Cameron Green also can bowl a few good overs, so I think Puji will be right up there, and I think top four for India: Shubman Gill, Rohit Sharma, Pujara, and Virat. If they are able to get close to 200 runs, 200 for 4, I think India will be in a great position, and for that Pujara has to get a good 50, 60, and if he gets that, I think his conversion rate is really good. He will go on to get a big 100. He will walk in, and I think it's a good question. Going back to one of the previous questions you asked about white ball and red ball cricket, how much of white ball cricket can actually, maybe make it difficult for a person coming to red ball cricket. But I think it's worked the opposite for Rahane. The way Rahane played in the IPL, the kind of batting, the kind of stroke play he possessed was amazing to watch, because Rahane, just before he got dropped, the way he started playing in Sena countries was amazing. He always thrived in playing in tough conditions, he always did well there. But the last 1 or 2 years, he had a slightly off season, where he didn't play the way he usually does. But coming into the IPL, the way he played was unbelievable to watch. I think this is the best he's ever batted. Sometimes when you get dropped, it's a blessing. You go back, you spend a lot of time, you work on things which you want to get better. That can never be done when you're actually playing. So this 1 year or 1.5 years, whenever he's off the team, has worked wonders for him, and he showed in CSK. Somebody who actually scored at 120 is scoring at a strike rate of 180, 190, and the brand of cricket he played. And like Shubman Gill, we spoke about, he didn't move around the crease much. He just played conventional, good cricketing shots. Very good to see. And if he can continue the same form, obviously he'll have to leave a lot more balls, play with a lot more maturity. He has the maturity, but if he's able to play with the kind of freedom he has, I think India will benefit a lot. Imagine having Rohit Sharma playing with a lot of freedom, Virat Kohli, and then Rahane coming and continuing the same thing. Remember, we don't have Rishabh Pant. Rishabh Pant added that thing in number 6, coming in and playing when the team is down and out. He'll come and get a brilliant 60-70 and swing the momentum back towards India. If Rahane is able to do that number 5, I think it'll be great for us. I wouldn't think so, because I think last time he played in England, he did very, very well. Again, I don't think we should read too much into IPL with regard to Rohit Sharma. He's been an unbelievable player, and off late in Test match cricket, he's been batting beautifully. I think the kind of maturity he showed last season when he played against England, when Virat captain, when he and KL opened, I think India won because of KL, Rohit's opening partnership, and Bumrah. We'll talk about Bumrah later, but the way Rohit showed the maturity to leave a lot of balls was great to watch, and I'm sure he will continue that. And I think beyond a point, it's about knowing what to do in those conditions, and because of last series, Rohit knows what needs to be done as an opener to be successful in England. So I think he wouldn't worry about IPL form too much, and he's somebody who will really step up and do well in the big games. I think Shami, Siraj will pick themselves, no doubt about it. Whether it's going to be Unadkat or Umesh, I'll be tempted to give Unadkat an option because left arm angle, or they will go with Shardul as a third seamer and play 2 spinners, Ashwin and Jadoo. So I think these 2 combinations, I think Umesh will find it difficult to play, although Umesh has been brilliant in England. Whatever limited chances he got, he bowled well, but they may look at different angle, and left arm angle coming. Unadkat may be an option. So I think it will be these 3, Siraj, Shami, Unadkat, or Siraj, Shami, Thakur, and going in with 2 spinners. If it's going to be just the lone spinner, I think they will go in with Unadkat. I think India are going to miss Bumrah a lot. No two ways about. I think I would have given India the edge if Bumrah was there in the team. What a bowler is. I think the previous test we played in the Oval on a dead pitch, I think England was 154, and the way Bumrah came and bowled after was unbelievable. So we are going to miss Bumrah a lot because he has great new ball skills. He can bowl well with the old ball. And he bowls 140 plus, and he's very, very accurate, very difficult to pick. So it's going to be a very, very big loss for us. And I think he's done very well against Australia. So early summer ball moving around, I think very difficult to replace him. So, but I think we have the resources. Shami's been brilliant. Siraj has off late improved his red ball skills like anything, and with whatever resources we have what it takes to get 20 wickets. But how quickly are we going to get them? That's very, very important. And do we have the X factor? A lot of people talk about X factor. Bumrah has the X factor. Do we have any of the bowlers who have that? Maybe in this team we don't, but I strongly believe that we have good bowlers coming up to get the 20 wickets. Like I said, Unadkat bowled well in Bangladesh, and Umesh Yadav can be very, very sharp, but I think nobody to replace Bumrah, and I think he'll be missed very badly. Obviously, heart or mind, I think. But I think India have a fantastic chance because off late we have dominated Australia. I think toss is going to be very, very crucial. Which team bowling first with a little bit of grass, not going to give too many runs in the first innings, will win the match. But I think India will do it. India are a very, very confident side, and they have been in good form. And I think this will mean a lot to us. Australia are a very, very formidable force, but I'm just going by past form. Off late we have dominated Australia. Just one more match, and I'm sure we will dominate them.